Welcome to episode 3 of Club versus County. I have ventured outside of Connacht and I'm in Westmeath at the Downs GAA club where I'm meeting Westmeath footballer Luke Loughlin. I'm going to kick a few wides, talk to Luke about the differences between playing club versus playing county, and a few other stories I'm sure you're all aware of that Luke will be talking about in this episode. If you could drop this a like, share it. If you're watching this on YouTube, you might subscribe to the channel. I have listened to audio only on Spotify. You might give us a 5-star rating. Can't wait to kick a few more wides. Right, I'm in the Downs here with Westmeath footballer Luke. Thank you very much, Luke, for coming to see me. How are you keeping?
Good. Hopefully, I don't make a show of myself and kick a hip wide.
But I'm definitely going to kick wides anyway, so you won't be the only one. How has your year been since Westmeath has finished?
Well, I play a lot of hurling, so it's definitely go. So it's literally night on. It's say it goes Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then game at the weekend. No, it's enjoyable when it's going well, but yourself, if you lose a game, it can be the only good thing, the positive thing about having hurling and football is if you have a bad day in football, you're going over hurling the next day, it's kind of gone. If it's just football or just hurling, you're lingering on a bad evening. So I like that element of it. It probably suits me to on the go all the time. I like, going up and just training basically. I suppose when Westmeath ended, it was kind of, I did take a break. I normally wouldn't, I'd always be right, I need to push on, but I felt after that year I needed a break from my head, more so than anything. And it definitely helped me a lot, helped me refocus, helped me, this year probably wasn't my best year for Westmeath, which is okay. In the grand scheme of things, it's okay in the bigger picture, but I definitely got a chance to realign my goals and reset basically, which I needed tenfold. Yeah, and we'll definitely touch on a few points you said there. Yeah. You play hurling and football for different clubs kind of in one parish. Yeah. How does that work in terms of schedule? I know, are managers ever given out that someone's doing too much, or is there any kind of clashes, or is there kind of a good mix there? Yeah, there's a good mix. We've got a good kind of leadership group. There's a lot of lads play county hurling and county football at both teams. Mm-hmm. So what happens is, say if it's a hurling week, we'll take say one of the football nights off, and it works like that. And in fairness, they are usually sound so it's the only way it would work. Yourself, you don't be falling out with managers, you don't be falling out with anyone, but we have a good dynamic here, thank God. As well, actually here, not so much before. So Lomans is obviously a rival club to here. Yeah. We had lads playing hurling with Clonkill, we were playing hurling with Clonkill, and then lads playing football with Lomans, and they were winning championships there for years. So it wasn't very pleasant the weekends, but yeah, it works good, yeah. Has there ever been a falling out when you're playing hurling together? If you're beating the heads of each other playing football and you're back to hurling, has there ever been a time where oh, that fucker now, he didn't pass me the last day, or no, he made me off the ball there? There was an older lad, he's actually the Lomans manager now, Paddy Dowdle, but they would always be beating us, and even he was a little older, he'd be marking me. He's unbelievable, but he would just try and make me laugh when we come in straight away, try to be bullying, but that's all you can do is laugh. It's gone, So having the enjoyment of it is so important. Yeah. So the main point of this video series is talk about the differences between club football and county football. In your own words, what you say is the biggest difference between playing club versus playing county? You can talk about hurling and football for that. The time commitment. Just a prime example is Westmeath. We train on a Tuesday in AIT. Mm-hmm. So that Tuesday evening's gone. I finish work at 5:30. Straight to IT, so for 6:30, 7:15, and you're out on the pitch, and you might go home till 11. I come training here when the evenings were fine. We start training at 8 o'clock. I get here 8:15, and I'm gone 9:30. I definitely think the skill level is not too far behind. I could definitely, if you've seen my last football game, I didn't stand out too much, but the skill level is not miles in difference. Probably the consistency of the skill levels and overall a player would stand out, but another one of the main things is the conditioning. It's relentless. Lads are always getting bigger, always getting faster, just improving all the time. And I don't think people understand the time commitment it takes. And I think I said it here earlier, when it's not going well, when you're giving so much time to something, and it might not be going well, that can weigh on your mental, just in every way. It just brings everything down because you care so much. So I definitely think they're the big things. I wouldn't say the skill is too far behind. Like, there's a lot of club footballers that everyone would say, oh, he should be in with the county or he should be doing this. So I think the conditioning and then the time commitment. I don't think some people understand the actual time commitment.
Yeah, you're the second person now. Jeremy had mentioned that as well about the time, and it's very easy for someone on the outside to be giving out about a lad maybe missing a shot, but it could be 40, 50 hours.
I get that a lot, don't worry. I get that a lot.
As well, you were saying you made your championship debut or first team debut at 15 or 16?
16, yeah. I think that the rules were different.
Yeah.
You could play your first year minor, and that's just the way it was then. Like, I think a few years later, I don't even think you had to wear helmets in the hurling then. I feel like I'm a dinosaur talking about that, but definitely just a lot has changed. I probably changed a lot as a player. I was a forward, but I was a lot more, say, elusive. Like, I could take 10 shots, it wouldn't even bother me if I kicked 10 wides. Like, you know, when you're young and you just don't care. Whereas now, if you're nearly worried, like, your percentages. Now, not that I'd be overthinking that, but in the grand scheme of it, percentages. But that was a long time ago here. Things have changed a lot since then with players and where we're at and our goals here in the Downs. So,
well, even just looking back then, as just this club overall, but even playing games, what do you think of the big differences in club football between 2010, 2011 compared to now?
Definitely. Like, teams actually setting up. Like, we do video analysis here. Like, do you think there was video analysis back then? Like, no way. Not a fear of it. I think just like the club is getting closer to county in terms of that. The professionalism, people are bringing the setups, bringing in outside managers for fucking God knows how much money. Like, they're obviously going to do their best. Like, you know, so it's definitely getting on all the time. I hate the blankets and the system and everything, but like, it's how teams want to win. Like, a club cares more about winning than pleasing everyone else. Like, so then it's up to other teams to try and beat, say, Team A with blankets, you know. Like, but that's probably it, yeah.
I think I heard an interview you had done previously saying that if you describe yourself as a player, and creativity was a word that was mentioned. Do you find that that's kind of been taken out of the game a little bit now, talking about those systems, and especially like 15 behind the ball, bringing corner forwards back? Is it kind of not to say the enjoyment has gone out of the games, but do you kind of find that you don't have the license to kind of try and make something happen? Yeah,
definitely. Like, say, even with Westmeath there, like, Tuller would be the kind of, he's unbelievable. Like, so he's probably the lad that's given the license, where I might have to stick to a system and a process more so. And like, you get the ball up to a certain stage and it's like, right, how am I going to beat this blanket here now? And like, without giving away the ball. So like, you're just trying to, you know, back across, pick pockets. So like, you don't see too many lads pick it up, say, on the far 45 and just outside the boot fizz it into a lad. Like, just doesn't happen. But I suppose then it's like taking the risk and being okay with the risk. And it's like I said there, like, you're not too worried about your percentages, but like, try the first one anyway, you know, you'll probably get away with it.
And so I was talking about shots that you probably don't take on anymore. We'll finish off this set of questions with a few endline shots.
Yeah, Andy Moran style.
See how it goes. Which side of the goals do you want to go from?
Sure, we'll have to go on to my left here.
Perfect. You have the Predators.
Senior manager's up here now, if you're watching me now. So.
We've over the Predators on, so maybe we get some scores.
Hopefully, yeah. Don't know why I'm so nervous.
No pressure now. No score from the end line yet, so see if you're the first one.
Is it actually the end line, or is it?
Let's try and keep it to the end line, but it's quite narrow here, to be fair. So if you had to go a step above, I'll not give out to you too much.
Wide.
I always I'll copy what you do first myself and see how I get on.
Yeah, so. That wasn't too bad. No, I thought I had it in the first one. Just tail at the end.
No. I'm going outside the right. I'm going to give up on that left foot.
Miss on the near post, and I came in too far there as well.
Ah, Christ above.
Right, we'll have to get this one here now, right in front of. I was a bit closer. I think it was wide still though.
We'll go Hawkeye. We'll have to check Hawkeye in that one.
All 3 shots in the same spot.
At least you're consistent.
yeah. Consistently bad.
Oh! 0 from 3 for myself. A check Hawkeye for Luke. Right, so I am 0 from 9 from the end line shot so far. Check Hawkeye. Luke was just short on the near side, but look,
I will not shoot from the sideline again. So
just as we were talking there in the last question, you kind of touched on mindset. We mentioned something about freeze and maybe losing hit. Do you have any kind of tips, or are you man for journaling, or how do you kind of?
I would do well. You know, I'm actually not a great man for like routine.
Yeah. Okay.
I change up all the time. But from my own head, like just say day to day, if I eat healthy and do a small bit of training, I'm happy enough. But I like always try to find time. Would do a lot of meditation. Find that very beneficial. You know, it's just sometimes you can just get lost at yourself, like in terms of like you get angry over small things, whereas I feel like that just brings you back down. Like just giving yourself that time, it's practice almost. But in terms of mindset, I don't think you can let a bad game affect you because like confidence. I would be the type of person where it's like when I'm going well, but as I've got older, I've learned to not let the game affect me or affect my mood outside. Now, maybe the evening is not a bad game, maybe, but it wouldn't affect my day to day because I suppose like it's not worth it. Yeah. Like you can't affect your work, you can't affect that like that. But I do. You know yourself, like when you get to a certain level, you're always reading about what do the top sports people do and what they're doing, and try everything. Try ice baths, try getting up early, try absolutely anything that's going to give you a few percent. Yeah, I wouldn't really have too much routine. Yeah, a lot of people would think I would. That I'd be chatting. They always say like it must be very like regimental.
Yeah.
Well, I'm definitely far from it. As I said, those two things, if I do them in a day, I can manage.
Yeah, I think it's so important as well that everyone has their own thing. Yeah, like someone might know what they're doing every hour of the day, every day of the week. Whereas you're saying I just need to do those two things, and so on. And I suppose a lot of that does come down to time as well, and comes with age. And you know, sometimes an 18-year-old thinks they know everything and they're the best player in the world and they're very mature and everything, but it does take a bit of time to kind of control the mindset as well. And look, I think to touch on your story as well, like I'm not going to go too much into it today and anyone wants to look at it, you've done loads of interviews already about this, and not to have you ask you the same questions again. Did you find the mindset side of things when you were younger? Did you allow stuff to affect you for the day?
Oh my God! Like if I played a good game, I would think I was the man, and like I would probably let that my ego would think that was me as a person, where it wasn't. It was literally just playing a football match, like, you know, and then the flip side, that have a bad game could affect me for days, and like obviously could go drinking and doing whatever because of a football match, like, and it would affect my I was going to say my personality, like, it would affect who I was as a person, which is not healthy, obviously. But the mindset thing, yeah, I definitely am a very strong person mentally.
Yeah.
In some ways, I can let stuff get to me, but everyone has their strengths and their weaknesses. Like I get very hard to hold my emotions, to not show it. Like if I'm thick, I'm thick. Like and that's it. But then obviously the flip side of that is I have no problem admitting I'm wrong and you know apologising or you know something like that. But you know, I came over from where there like I just jumped into training, like all sorts of training, CrossFit, running, weightlifting, like absolutely anything. Just wanted to get better, get stronger, like, and just wanted to play football and sports stuff I loved, and in all that, like, I just consumed like books and podcasts and about you know the mind and like what certain people were doing. Like, just you are what you surround yourself with, like, you are what you listen to. You know, if you're listening to that sort of stuff, it's hard to finally or kind of become it. Yeah. Whereas if you're to try or listening to try, you're going to do that. But you can't let. I think the most important thing for say younger people, as your body gets older and slows down a small bit, your head definitely gets a small bit stronger and wiser. Like you can't just let just as the young people, like you can't let small things in. You can't let inside or outside noise in because just starts to whereas if you're just happy with your process, you know, you're doing what's right for you and you're doing things for the right reason, can't go too far on. 100%. But you said that right. Like what's that saying? Like if you're the average of 5 people surrounded, whether that is people online or podcasts or books, it doesn't have to be physical people. And I think it's the point that we're going to have to touch on, and I think it's not just in big towns and big cities anymore. Rural Ireland, it's seen as well. Like coke and other drugs are everywhere. Like just to kind of, I'll not go too much into detail, but like how easy is it got? Like I could probably pick up the phone. I've never touched the phone in my life, hand on heart. I could probably get it in 5 seconds.
It's just that's very bad. Like, but then I to be honest, I don't really judge anyone. I'm not really in a position to judge anyone, but like, I'm just trying to guide people. Like, that's so bad. It's just turns you into someone else, and it's like everything. You just want more, and you just need more. But it's so easy to get. Like everywhere, every night out, like, you just see young people. Like sometimes if I don't go out a whole lot, but if I'm out, like some people would just walk by me, they'd be nearly like, like this lad is going to judge me, but I definitely don't judge. But you can just try and like use. I try to use what I went through to guide people and to help people get better. Use my experience, use my mistakes instead of making your own. Like but people have to make mistakes themselves. And then sometimes when people decide that enough's enough, it's too late. Like the damage is usually done. Not to make light of the situation, obviously, but you really made fun of going for a shite in a pub nowadays because someone wants to quit and you're the two. Like, you listen to your conversations, you kind of sometimes make a joke of it because you have to. That's it. Look, I'm sure people reply and laugh at a situation like this. And I'm not talking too much on that, obviously. Look, it's about the spread the message to talk. I think it's a kind of a thing in Ireland that we don't like talking about themselves. Don't like talking about it. Don't want to talk about the bad, we want to focus on the good. But everyone at home and everyone behind everyone's back is talking about the worst there. Like going back to what you're saying there, admitting mistakes, admitting that, look, I fucked up here, but this is why I fucked up, this is why I'm going to do to make sure I can help someone else not fuck up. I think it's massively important, and the message we're sharing online and the visibility is fantastic. Like, it's that thing where it's like you get a second chance and you just fucking have to make it off. I used to put people around me. I had good people around me, and I was trying. That's kind of the way I just put to see what I was doing. Like you hurt a lot of people. You might never get them to back, but you just have to do your best to make the most of what you got. That's like whether that's sports. Like as I said, the first thing I said is I didn't have my best year with Westmeath. Like that's okay. That's not the end of the like it's how I treat my family. It's how I treat people close to me. It's what I'm able to do for my community. Or if someone asks me to do something, I'll do it. It's like trying to put your ego at the door. Like all these things. Like it's hard to do it all the time, but it's rewarding. It's an easy way to make yourself feel good is helping someone else. Like, if you're feeling down yourself, like, it's an easy way. But I feel like, to be honest, all that's maths life. Like, honestly, I feel like sometimes I keep laughing about it and I remember it, but it's like, Jesus, like, that doesn't seem like me. Like, my girlfriend, she met me when I was sober. And like I can tell myself, no way. I was like, unfortunately, yes. That's what thanks like you're saying. It's you've turned on now, but kind of talking the positive side of things. 2022, that year winning Tailteann with Westmeath, winning the championship here with the Downs, getting to the Leinster final. How was that year as a whole? Well, it started off. I came out with Mullingar, and like my first thing was like I'm gonna try and play for Westmeath. Did all the training, like trained crazy twice a day for 6 or 7 months. No, I was doing it. I was probably doing it more to prove people, like online. Like that's why I was using it. Yeah. But I was actually, and I didn't really know I was going to get a chance to come back in at the panel. Like let Jack down and the management like 20 times, and he just said, "Look, I'll give you a chance. That's all I can offer you, or whatever." So that was grand. I probably wasn't playing that well at the start. I was like, I'd given up training. I got into the condition on the muscle. I was like, why is it not working? Why? What's not going right? And I just had to I was probably so strict in everything I was doing. I basically had to chill out a bit. And when I started to chill out, like, things started to get a bit better. I got dropped as well against Kildare at the semi-final. And after that, then things snowballed. Then won to help the cup, which was great. I actually got injured then. I had osteitis and I had plantar Achilles tendonitis. So it was out for 3 months. Like I was trying to bit to get back, and like kind of got back then, and when the Downs started, I just kept on. The Downs were unbelievable. They were hammered each day without me. I was just like, oh, I just wish I could play, wish I could play. Well, it's probably the best thing that happened when I came back. I appreciate it more. And as well, sometimes when I say you put the counting down in your head, you're like, I need to be the main man or whatever. Whereas like when I get back in, it's like when you're forward, like sometimes even if you're not playing well, like if I'm a marquee forward and I'm standing in that corner, I could have two people on me. I might not touch the ball, but I'm marking, you can around me, so that means something else is free. So it's doing what's right for the team. Yeah, then those few months were unbelievable. We did win a championship here last month, 2005. So it was a long time, like, and then Seth, Mark, Kelly were doing captain. So that was special enough. Let's find it's probably let down because, you know, for myself anyway, I take 3 or 4 wides in the first half. Like I remember them well. When you're forward, you remember everything. Like easy enough shot. Whereas then on the flip side of that, Shane Walsh scored the same amount I kicked wide, and like I just like so deflated. And like you wonder then will they ever get back to like last year it's such a bad year, like brutal year for the Downs. But 2022 was great. Like I got to coming out as say like the addiction and all that sort of stuff, and like hey, it changed my life to be honest. Like I went from not really having many prospects, like I never didn't finish school, but I just put hard work into a bit of sport and worked on myself, and doors just started to open, like so. Yeah, the length of time was not a nice end to 2022, but it probably started. Probably, as I said, like I had arthritis. A lot of people you follow probably know as I was like, from around the time of Hearts Cup final, I had arthritis in my left, so it's an inflammation injury of overuse, and I was taking dieting and like never listened to anyone, never really listened to anyone about the dieting. So 6 months taking, and eventually then I started to get so sick. We went to play for Mana then. I was meant to get an injection in it. And we went to play for Mana in a league game. And that night I was staying out with my girlfriends. We were living out at her mother's home place here in a granny flat. And I woke up in the middle of the night and I thought I was hungry. It felt like hunger pains. And I went out to the kitchen. I just sat down. Just felt keeled over. It was after bursting the lining in my stomach. And then I had problems with my stomach then for months after. So that's small for dieting. So anyone that's taking dieting, like, it's no joke. So then I got a steroid injection in my groin. Didn't really help. Then I got this thing called PRP. Found that very, very good in my left. And then we were playing Armagh that summer. And I remember sprinting to a ball in the warm-up. I was like, I know that feeling. And it was in me right. But thankfully, so the winter gone by, I just rehabbed it. A lot of tour and stuff, managed to get rid of it. But like people don't get, like when you're injured and it does, like I'm able to walk around normally. Like people are like, why is you not playing or what's the story? But like that when you're hurt, it's like you can't sneeze, you can't cough, you can't just bend over. Like so that injury is no joke. I know I'm in Mullingar getting that looked at and suffering with it myself. I like that coughing and sneezing, you're feeling like what is going on down here, but I suppose it's not that it's not a nice thing to have, but overuse injuries, a lot of kicking. So it might show that you're playing a lot of football, kicking a lot of scores. Look at the positive. Yeah. I just kind of finish off this question. And look, I hate people say like, oh, how would you rather win something at club versus county? How different did it feel when you're lifting title with lifting champions? I think just because of the way it built up, I had probably used like in my head, I was like, people will only believe the stuff that goes on in my head. Like, or someone said, like, I was like, if I can help win a championship here, people will believe me that I've really changed. Like, yeah. So, like, it was just, for me, it was like total relief. And winning the championship, like stuff I had thought to my brothers, like, that's all we talked about. Yeah. Like, all we talked about, like, when we were young, like, all we talked about, winning the flag and cup for the Downs. So, the Westmeath thing was amazing, like, so good, but the championship was just can't be topped. So I can only imagine what a Leinster final, Leinster championship would have been like different level altogether. Just kind of finish off this section now. Look, we're going to take a shot from maybe in between the 13 and 21. I'll let you set the gauntlet and I'll kick wide after kicking over. I think we'll start middle and go for this section.
We had a little bit of technical difficulties here. The mics cut off and we're taking their shots. We're taking these 3 shots from in between the 13-metre line and the 21-metre line. And the first one went over for Luke. I took it on my left foot and went over him for myself as well, thank God. Luke took the second shot here on his right foot, split the posts. I wasn't feeling as confident. They had to go with my left again, so I took this one on the right. But plenty of height on it, make sure it was going over the bar. Luke brought this one a little bit further out, starting on the 21. And no bother to him, puts it straight over the bar. And I was feeling a little bit more ambitious this time, went for the left foot. And thankfully, I got that 3 from 3. So 6 from 6, the second shooting challenge.
We hope kick a ball off the deck. Yeah, so I would take a lot of front fives and freeze maybe off the ground. So kind of there's 2 different ways, right? So the wind now is going kind of right to left. So I'm going to kick that. So I want to be, you ever see the way it's going, kick the ball. Kick straight through it. So like I want to be now hanging the ball up. So the 2 ways I look at it, it's maybe the goalie kick, kind of like bag it straight through, and then the way Sean and Shay, big curve. Yeah. So for that kick now, it's very well. So I hope I don't miss. But for this one, I'll be trying to kick straight home. I couldn't really know I said this 105 too, just for distance you can't see on the camera. Big back. Big cross. And then the other one then is kind of a open your body out, get under it. Yeah. Gotta go 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. Just try and open your body up a bit more. Oh, radar is off today. All the wines in there got excited and all the scores went over. That's why I'm great myself. Get up. Sure, no beans. No, I didn't take her now. So we probably wouldn't get a 45 here, so that's a pretty big, probably. Yeah, just I kind of shanked the first one when I kicked my kick. I was joking the other side. No hands in here today. No hands. I'm going out of the hands because I'm never going to get one off the ground. I can't believe I kicked it both sides. That's the worst line of that. The ball was flat. So I can now on the free kicks and that. How often would you come out practicing on your own? Not enough. No more than we said. No, definitely I started now coming out maybe 40 minutes or half an hour before training, so that's twice a week, definitely anyway. Just with the time you get older, you don't have time to do, where would you fit in, like, you know, but definitely twice a week, a little bit of practice. I probably should be practicing more on the run stuff, so now I'm just, it's for myself. I've gotten, I'm just coming out into this corner here, turn on my left, whereas I'm probably not practicing, you know, running down that kind of course to go up. So I probably twice a week maybe before training for half an hour. Yeah. I just find that sets in, and it's not the more so to kick it. I'm not just saying this now because I kicked a few eyes there, but when I'm happy enough that I'm striking the ball like the same all the time, and you know it's going over like it might sound mad, but like they're going right over, like you're always kicking it the same way. So even if now your hands off the ground is kind of lucky, it's a lottery, like it has to be a good strike and everything. But you're just in around the league, like unopposed, that's free. when you're on your own. You won't score most of it. So as long as you're striking them, that kind of where you be on, like, making the noise.
And I know we are a little bit messing here, and I'm not to take away. Look, sometimes they do go wide, but like you can down here on your own with a bag of balls, be more accurate with those shots. When we go from the end line, when we finish it out to 45, it builds up over time.
Yeah.
And I keep reiterating this point that if you're going down with your mates and you're just kicking free kicks for an hour and you're not the free kick taker, you're not going to get any better at like you're saying, your weak point there, shoot on the run. Like if that's a weak point for you and you're taking free kicks for your mates because he's a free kick taker, you're not going to get it. It's important you've identified a weak area for you. There's a plan in place that 20 minutes for training, 20 minutes after training. It's awful important. And if you've done that through your whole career growing up.
I would have. I wasn't really like a big gym person ever. Like even when I was in and out of county teams, like when I was in my 1920, I was always ball, skill, ball. So that's kind of where. But this is even when I would have been drinking and all. Like I was still always like ball mad. So I feel like even when I go away for a bit, I feel like I still always kind of have that locker. Like I'm not gonna be too far away from it, but like you do need to get your eye in, But so when I was younger, I would have practiced all the time. Sure, when you have the time, like if I didn't have to go to work, I'd be kicking the ball every day or flicking the ball or doing something. So
I've no excuse. I don't know why I'm missing it.
But no, definitely, I definitely would, if I could, probably would more. Yeah. So it's like when you get down there, it's that like, there's purpose for the practice. So, I know it's even like you want to come down and kick that. But look, one of my biggest pet peeves is like seeing what you said there. Some lads come down. They never take that game. I know it's kicked down. Not everyone's going as the same goals. It's not practice what you could be doing, like the hand passing or whatever, because it's not fancy or it's not fun to stand and practice hand passing, but it has to be done then at the same time.
Yeah, and I like that. Look, all for having the crack, all for kicking 45s and that, but for the side 10 minutes for yourself, like you just say you're needing to spend at 2 o'clock. And now report it and do your own little bit of your own, then go off to heads and valves, your mates, play soccer and like that. And just saying you're not big on the gym here, younger, but obviously you've got quite big into the gym now, as you've seen, or the money series are getting tighter. How important have you found that the gym work has been for?
Well, probably when I started, I was like, I probably got injured over it. I just kept pushing. And I felt like that was the way I was going to get it. It was like, I just keep training. Now, probably worked, but like I needed to find the balance. Like, I got hurt because of it. And like, luckily that I have that sort of like, say, kind of desire to get back from the injuries, like, that I did to get to where I was, because like those injuries are torture. And that was because of overuse. But, it's definitely a massive part of it. And I won't be lying saying that, but like, the most skillful footballers that you've watched under here, not the biggest lads, so, like the skills, I think I seen Tony Kelly the other day, he said like you develop most of the skill when you're younger, from about 5 to 15, because he's like poking all the time, and he's down the pitch, and you just have it then. So I think like skills are number one. Like, you're not going to get in, well, maybe football the way it's going now if you're fit, but like you need to be able to, you need to be able to play ball. Yeah, but that's number one, and then the conditioning is not far behind at the minute with the way the game's gone. You're not going to, talent gets in the door, the hard work will keep you there.
That's so important as well, and like that, like you put a video up online about the gym, someone tells you can't put the bar over the ball, or the ball, or the bench press the weight over the bar, but then you put up a kicking drill, then someone is saying that, you're on your own, no one's going to stop you doing that again. Like, no matter what you do online or what you do in person, someone's going to have a negative view on it. And what you're saying there about technician gets in, or skills getting in the door, but then there's other people who say that it's just all acting. It's like the favourite coffee man.
Those well, just the way I look at that. Those people that have opinions like that, like there's two things there like that. You'll never be criticised by anyone that's doing more than it. And then the opposite of that is they're just giving out because they're taken away from their own proper lives or their own problems. Like, so, like, you're out there, I'd say, and I am a bit as well. Like, you ignore it because what you're doing is right for you in the right time or whatever. So you're never going to keep everyone happy. So like sometimes I would be here, I could play a bad game here. I was doing too much gym, but then you have a great game on sure he's flying. Like, so there's no, it's what you're right. If your team, if one of my managers came to me and said, I need you to calm down the gym and you look tired, like then you listen. But like not some fella that online that says, because they're getting too big or you're not practicing stage enough. Who cares if they think? As long as your inner circle is is giving you the right, like they're going to be the ones to help you. You like that, you know yourself what you're doing is right or wrong, and it's, especially in the way that the game is gone, there's a lot of obviously possessional play and tactical build-up. And people giving out there to assist. It's not the most enjoyable to watch, but would you rather win a game 8-7 and it'd be a boring game that gets you a county title, or would you rather lose a game 2-21 to 2-20 and it'd be a barn burner? Like it's just the way it goes. Like I suppose just talking on the way the game was gone, and there was always rules come in and out. Would you have any ideas of a rule that you'd like to see brought in, or a rule that you'd check out?
Oh, don't know. Maybe I love the mark, but then I think I take it out because like when I think of watching football, I think ball kicked into gooch, turn. You know, that's our Bernard Brogan, like turn, whereas now it's like, you know, even up here, I just do it good, yes. Oh, practice your marks. Like, I'm guilty of it, like, you know, I'll take it if I get it, but whereas like like not much anymore. The man, turn is man, bang, like the way it used to be. So I like it, but probably I think I'd like to see a game without, like, anything that can make the game faster, you know, but people will combat it with something else. People are just trying to win. Like, the price of winning is a lot higher than the price of keeping everyone wants to win, not keep everyone happy. Like, you know.
And what are your thoughts of the 4-point goal?
I don't know. I just think if they go too far away from the game, it's just like trying too hard or something, like, you know. Even like sideline hurling 2 points, like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. It's hard to know. Like, it's easy now. I can probably go away and think about it, but for the moment, they will probably have to try something. But you still see though at the end of the Armagh and goal again, Armagh drove the ball forward twice at the end of the game and got a few points. Like, when it opened up. So like, if teams are, I don't know what's gonna happen. Like, it's hard to know. Like, you know.
What can you do? We don't make the rules, though. We can always play the way the game is, and like we were saying earlier, like if a team plays blanket defence, you have to have some kind of system to play against that. You can't go 15-on-15 and then get upended then when they're attacking, unfortunately. Just to kind of finish off today, the shooting was...
You're not bullet now, right now, yeah.
I know, I've come fast over maybe 2 or 3 metres, and after that, just finish off, shooting was level. See who's going to win club versus county today. I'm going to have a little 20-metre sprint race with Luke and see how far off the pace I am. Right, just to finish off today, I want to thank Luke for his time and meeting me here in the Downs. Kicked a few eyes, and I definitely kicked more than Luke anyway. Just to finish off today,
I got a few points off camera there, actually.
Unbelievable. best point I've ever seen in my life. Just to finish off, we're going to have a 20-metre sprint. Luke has given me the benefit of saying 3, 2, 1, go. So again, just to reiterate that, it's 3, 2, 1, then go, and we'll see who wins today, club or county. Do you want to go again?
Right,
we'll go again. Right, we'll keep it rolling.
We'll go to 45 this time.
Right, you want, yeah.
No, won't be competitive, right?
No, won't be competitive at all. This is where you'll see how fast you are compared to me now. Do you want to call this?
No, you go. Same again.
Okay, we're going to go 3, 2, 1, go. Two, well done. Alright, not competitive at all. I won 20 metres, Luke wins 45. On the day, we'll call it a draw. As the saying goes, football is always the winner. We couldn't actually leave it on a draw, so we went back out to the 45 for another shooting challenge. Luke started off with out of the hands. It dropped short and bounced over, so we're not going to count that. Then I did the exact same thing, dropped it short and it bounced over, so we cannot count that one. Luke went off the deck with a second attempt. He struck the ball lovely all day. This one just went wide on the right hand side. I wasn't chancing off the deck and I put it left and wide with my second attempt. This is to win it now. Luke goes out of the hands and absolutely pings this one straight between the posts, puts him one up. All the pressure was on myself to try and bring it back to a draw, and I made an absolute balls of it, dropped it short again. So Luke is the winner today. County beats club again. See you all in the next one.